So, where did we leave off, chat? We're back in this universe again. I have a new model ever since that one playthrough I did back in March. And now, since those VODs have been uploaded to YouTube, I've been in the mood to play some more. Especially before the sequel to this game comes out potentially later this year. So, we've done To the Moon. We have played the holiday specials. And now, in 2017, Kan Gao, however you want to pronounce his name, released another game that is an official sequel to the Moon, where we find out what our favorite scientist partners are going to be up to next. And now I'm here to potentially complete the game for you guys on Twitch in one day. But for those on YouTube, this is probably going to get separated into 2 sessions. I'm surprisingly thorough. Goddamn. I'm a Kool-Aid kid, and I'm surprisingly organized. Alright. Okay, good. My desktop isn't showing this time, because it's... If you guys see my debut, some of my wallpapers can be a bit spicy. Okay. Let us get right to it. And do the Alt-Enter strats. Or no. Okay, no, it's cooperating. Cool. I don't even have to hit Alt-Enter. Greetings, bounty alchemists. I am Kazuki Zandadim, Fullmetal-kun, and welcome to my short little playthrough of To the Moon 2, aka Finding Paradise. And I'm going to move the window so I can see both the game and chat. You lovely, lovely people. Yeah, wow, this... yeah, this game's surprisingly... Or no, the music is both beautiful and loud at the same time. So I might have to adjust accordingly. Prepare for a wonderful story and some subpar voice acting. Yeah, it really feels good to be back. So, I guess for those who haven't seen my playthrough of To the Moon, or if you haven't at least played To the Moon, I think Kan said that you don't have to play the first game in order to get into this game. So you can just jump right into this without any sort of knowledge of the lore and stuff. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's begin. And let me shut up so you can enjoy the intro and stuff. Music, even. Oh dear God. Not Sandy. Car flipping strats. They're real. Okay. There's my boy. There's my boy. And I am... Yeah, volume is being really drastic this morning. Yeah, we'll keep it right there. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. And hopefully my avatar can cooperate this time. Okay. Engage. Pissed off Neil. What the... Ava? That's how you keep everyone alive, including the squirrel. Hope you learned something. Look, sometimes it's either us or them. By keeping ourselves alive now, we can be around to stop more self-inflicted critter casualties later. Logic. Enlightening. We should be arriving at the patients soon. I could use a snack before then. Do you mind? Wow. Only you would pack the glove box full of apples. Yeah, well, my nephew decorates the Christmas tree with them every year. And then I have to eat them for ages. Apples on the Christmas tree. Don't you dare say it. Don't you mean... pineapples? I'm not hungry anymore. Your puns are crap, Neil. I'm not a pig, you know. Damn. Don't bully. No bully. Whoa. Check out this rat bike. Why can't we go to work on these instead? Because we are here to visit dead people, not to get ourselves killed. Really? I couldn't tell after the trauma of you driving like a stunt double. Besides, we're visiting half-dead people. Very different things. Yeah, well, let's hurry and keep it that way. All ears. I can use arrow keys this time. He's learning. Or I could use mouse instead, right? Yeah, he still kept that too. But I'd rather do the suboptimal control. Please. Come on, get that box already so we can head off. Just doing some stretches first. We aren't getting paid by the hour, you know. Damn. You're getting gypped by Aperture Science. Let's roll. Like a cucumber. What? You know, cucumber rolls? Sushi? Yeah, no, that's quite a stretch. You're clearly not cultured then, if you never had sushi before. Yeah, you gotta wonder if Neil ever had sushi in his life. That's the real questions, chat. There's a leaking sprinkler over there. Hey now, what happened here? Potato. Oh yeah, for the record, I have seen at least one playthrough of this game on YouTube, and that's it. Even then, that was a few years ago, so yeah, like over half the game is kind of blank to me in terms of what happens. Plus, this game is, I don't know if it's longer than the first game, To the Moon, or not, but it is long, so that's why we're gonna be playing this all day on Twitch. Yee. She kicked my teddy into the water. Yeah. Oh god, not Teddy. Don't bully Teddy. Yeah, well, it's a dumb bear. Just like your lame hair. Who looks like that? But Ma said my bun buns are pretty. Yeah? Well, she also named you. Don't worry. We'll get your bear back. Actually, let me take care of this. Just go down right there. Why? What do you mean, why? I'm telling you, I got this one. My boy knows. Oi. What? Huh. Is that also hers? No, that's mine, you doofus. It's the new Rebel Doll X3000. They're cool because they got attitude and don't care. Like Sanic. Unlike wimpy teddy bears, they, Damn. Neil, what the jalapeno did you do? What? What do you mean, what? You just took some kid's doll and kicked it into the water. You could get sued for... Yay! You're my hero, mister. No probs, kid. In your face. This is so messed up, and this is only the beginning of the game. Justice is cold and damp, Ava. Kinda like tuna. So you've had tuna but not sushi, huh? How does it feel being bully? Bully? Hey, do you want me to get it back? I'll just leave her be. I don't know how I feel about this. No good endings. No good endings here, apparently. So you want me to get your teddy back? I don't care anymore. Wow. Kids these days are, messed up. Yay! Yay! I don't get paid to do... Lolly voices chat. I'm sorry. Only adults is where I get to shine with my superior voice acting skills. It's funny how I'm getting screen tearing on my window, but on the stream it looks fine. Naruhodo. Let me in! Sophia.
Hello?
No, she wouldn't. No.
Hello?
Hey there. This is Dr. Rosaline and Dr. Watts from Sigmund.
You're actually here.
Yeah, hope we're on time. Are you letting us in?
I'll wait outside the door for you.
What was that? What was what? Did you not feel the blast of ice through the monitor? Well, if she's the patient's spouse, then she's got a dying spouse. It's not like we're here to lay out a picnic. English is hard. Alright, maybe it's just me. Voice acting, however, is suboptimal. Manager-san, or just receptionist-san. Here to fulfill someone's dying wish, huh? How do you know? This is the second time I've seen a visit from your company this week. Who is it this time? Colin Reeds. Know of him? Oh yeah, and also I forgot to mention we skipped a bird story, but that's more of a movie. Plus I don't have the game, but that's fine, we're playing this. The retired pilot? Yeah, he lives on the top floor. Go on and give him the happy ending he deserves. Probably. Every time I see you folks, I know another room's about to go empty. At this rate, soon, I won't even have a job here anymore. Well, you can be a receptionist somewhere else? Nah, who am I kidding? Jobs are a pain to get nowadays. For real. Yeah. That's why I'm self-employed. And you just say the same thing. Okay. Well, hope you don't lose your job, man. We're gonna wish this Colin a happy birthday now. See ya. Spouses, am I right? Always make the job so cumbersome. Depends on the person. I'm really tired of carrying this damn case around. Dr. Rosaline, is it? And Dr. Watts. Yes, we're here for Colin. Of course. Thank you both for coming. Right this way.
We can talk inside. Colin's waiting.
Colin, huh? Let's go. Act 1. Tell me, what do you want to change? First verse. Second verse. Same as the first. Huh. This is a quaint place you got hit. Colin's in the other room. Come with me. Right down to business. I like that. Do you actually? Yeah. Because right now, I just really need to put this box down. Hey, I have an idea. Let's meet the patient first before rampaging through his property. Gee, when did you become so noble? Rampaging through the property, huh? Let's leave the investigating to after we're all set, Sherlock. Can we leave? Step out that door, and we're not getting paid. We could always just, you know, step right back in. That'd be like wussing out on wussing out. Double the wuss. The patient is the other way. Okay. A wedding photo hangs behind the TV. The couple looks happy. Pots of homegrown hibiscus. Neat. A model of a small fixed-wing aircraft. Asher. You're like Ash Ketchum, except with an You must be here for my father. Oto-san. You're the patient's son? Yeah, I came as soon as I heard. And then I got here. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to make that joke at least once. But we can talk later. Why don't you get set up first? That box looks heavy. See? He gets it. Why don't you get set up on the table first? For him, he's more like a mature Neil. That's what I'm going for. And for this, I'm kind of flip-flopping between kind of sort of Ava, but a little older, I guess. Where's the medical doctor? He's here. He just went to the washroom. Is that table over there enough to get set up? Yeah, that'll do. Where are you two going? Just stretching my legs. And breaking my back. Okay, fine. Fine game. We'll do as you wish. Are you guys ready to get settled? Yep. Yep, yep.
Yeah, just give us a moment.
Is the power here sufficient? Why does everyone keep asking that? It'll work fine. Sheesh. But first, brace yourselves for a power outage of cinematic proportions. And... Huh. Huh. I guess you got a more stable power grid than our headquarters. Lucky bastards. That's equally comforting as it is worrisome. You're in good hands. We do this all the time. Too much of the time, if you ask me. So, you two are for real. Did you pick that up from English dubs, Can? Goddamn. For real? For real, Can? What do you mean? You can really fulfill his wish. We'll certainly try our best, ma'am. But we always succeed because it would only be in his head, though. Not like he'd be able to tell the difference. Anyhow, fess up. What is it that he wants? He wouldn't tell us. He said it doesn't affect us, and we have nothing to worry about. Well, that sounds legit. Look, that's okay. We'll find out from him soon enough. Isn't it also in the paperwork? Yeah, but who reads that stuff, am I right? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Jeez. But seriously, where did the file go? It wasn't in the box? Nope. Guess I might have left it in the car. Alright. I guess we got time while the machine's booting up anyway. Who goes? Yeah, well, Neil was the one who discovered the paper rabbits in the lighthouse, so, he needs exercise. I understand that reference, sadly. Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock to decide? I'd rather play logic. You forgot it, so you go get it. The end. Well played, Spock. I've updated the system. It's practically configuring itself now. Good. That'll save some time. Hey, I think that's the same doctor from the first game. Already... Yeah, it was deep voiced. Already down to business, huh? Hey, oh, I thought that was Neil for a second. Hey, I remember you. Yeah, it's been a while. Like, 5-6 years or so. Although, weren't Dr. Winters and Dr. Lin assigned to this patient instead? Yeah, but their rosters were full at the time, so we heroically volunteered. Turned out they got nothing to do today, though. I guess you never know the timing with the nature of your job. Anyhow, don't mind me. I'm just gonna go check on the patient. You know, I should go knock on the neighbor's door on the way out. Why? If I remember right, someone from that address just signed up with Sigmund last week. And since we're treated like angels of death and all, could be a fun prank. Hey, just come and get the patient monitor before you go. Alright, I'll grab it right now so you can stop yelling at me, Doctor. Jeez. Here, this should help. You got remote patient monitor. Colin's heart rate monitor is now activated. Press escape or right click to open menu. Trusty little wireless thing. Just hope it doesn't give me tumors. Technician specialist. AKA the best boy at Sigmund. Dr. Neil Watts. Yeah, his heart rate monitor is at the top. Pog. Hello there. What's your name, Doc? Excuse me for being more of a face guy, but I somehow can't recall your name. That's okay. I prefer to just be called Doctor. Oh. I bet you like that, you hooligan. Yeah, Cam ran out of names. Shit. Colin status. How's our guy doing? He's in stable condition, at least for now. We're ready to proceed when everything's set up. Good stuff. I'm just gonna go get something from the car while the machine configures. Past encounters. Maybe I should have gone from bottom to top. Damn. You again, huh? Small world, after all. Which patient did we work with last again? I believe it was Aubrey Jones. And before then, Raul Perez, Maya Green, and Johnny Wiles. Okay, now I want prequels. That dates quite some time back. What are you, the reigning memory champ? Frankly, I'd be more surprised if you don't remember each one of their names. But I guess since I don't do this all the time like you guys, it's easier for me to recall them. I never said I forgot any of them. I have a big brain, Doctor, sir. I'll have you know. It says so right here on my college degree. That I totally didn't sketch from my notepad. Don't you have to go get something before we get started? Don't worry. I'll be back before you realize that I shouldn't have forgotten it in the first place. But seriously, my apologies. He's gotten up. He's standing on his hind legs. Is there anything I can help with? I'm just gonna head downstairs to get something. But Dr. Rosaline could use some help in a bit. Okay. Understood. Just let me know if there's anything I can do. Alright. Time to get that lemon jerry paperwork. Press Q or mouse click to switch between characters. Oh my god. The future is now. Thanks to game devs. Neil wasn't kidding. This thing really is configuring itself. It does that now? Yeah. Apparently the new paint isn't the only upgrade. I guess that means I get some time to snoop around the house. Cool. In the meantime, I'll go monitor the patient like a... a real doctor? I kid. You're lucky I have a high self-esteem... a high self-esteem count, good sir. What is it? Let's let her ask. Don't worry about my name. I prefer to just be referred to as the doctor. I'm the doctor. Yeah. That could be another reference, and I might be caught slipping. With us both working in the vicinity, I'm surprised we haven't run into each other more often. Oh, she just doesn't really have any banter of her own. Okay. Stable condition. Okay. Yes. About Colin. Do you mind telling me about your husbando? Why? Won't you be going into his head to see for yourself? That, well, more background and perspectives could always help. I don't know what I could tell you that you won't be able to see. Yes? Sure. Do you mind showing me around the place? I'd prefer to stay here with my husbando, thank you. I cannot decide on her voice, damn it. And also that's pretty respectable, seriously. Anything I could help with, Doc? About your Oto-san. Mind telling me a bit about your father before we get into his head? Well, he's a retired airline pilot, and quite the people person. Worked hard to support the family from the ground up, and always made time for us. Although, more recently. But recently what? Well, nothing unexpected at this stage of life, I suppose. Look, I'd rather not write out tombstone texts before they're due. Why don't I show you around before your colleague comes back? Maybe that'd help. It would. Thank you. Retired pilot. Asher has joined the party. How many Ashers have you known in your lives, chat? All two of you. Huh. Is this your dad's? It sure is. I guess it reminds him of back when he trained flying those. Yeah, we never really knew what... Oh, what... Okay, no. I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say something stupid. Or you know what? It's like, I was gonna question, it's like, we never knew what Johnny did. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Well, no. Because in his real life, I don't think we ever knew, but he just wanted to be an astronaut. That's all. Oh. Must be hard working... must be hard work growing tropical plants all the way out here. I wouldn't know any better. My mother takes care of them. We've had these around the house for as long as I can remember. I guess it's some kind of a family tradition. Hibiscus. Is that your parents? Yeah, that's them. I remember being embarrassed about that picture as a kid, but it's kind of sweet that they kept it so well. Anything to loot in the kitchen? No. Bless myself. Oh, I like the fact that Asher doesn't come in because it's the ladies' room. Dang it! Why is the toilet paper never on the dispenser? One day, they'll thank me for the unsung hero that I am. For putting the toilet paper on the dispenser. Da 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 da. A dusty cello with quite a few scratches across the board. This is my father's old cello. He played it a lot back in the days. But not anymore, it seems. Yeah, I guess it's hard on the wrist. He usually just plays the scales, though. It's not exactly music to be enjoyed. Well, for real. In my world, my IRL dad would love to play this. Piano. Also your father's, or... No, this is my mother's. She used to lull me to sleep playing it back in the days. Intentionally, I hope. That seriously is a nice little detail. It just goes to show that Asher is the true simp among us all. I haven't seen many apartments with multiple floors. Most of this floor is for maintenance. We just got a little storage room cut out. Sorry about the mess. Seems like they've been doing a bit of cleanup. Huh.
Seems like they missed one. I think I recognized that book. It's been around for quite a while. My dad kept it taped up. I guess he didn't want to throw it away. Yeah, it's funny that in the first game we were in a ballin' house, but now we're just in a really swanky apartment. Yeah. Yeah, it's sealed up. He doesn't want anybody reading it, huh? Well, under normal circumstances, I'd say to leave it alone for privacy's sake. But he did sign up to become your client, so I don't know. We're going in hard. There's a chance that it'd help the mission. There's nothing in this. It's secretly the Dragon Scroll. Huh? It's nothing but stacks of empty pages glued to the spine. They're all wrinkled, too. That's odd. It's been around for ages, though. Maybe whatever was on there faded? These aren't receipts, but I guess it's possible. Either way, there's not much I can do with this. Let's keep moving. Note, the green book. It's filled with blank pages. The family kept a pot of hibiscus around the house. Colin used to work for the airlines as a commercial pilot. Colin plays the cello, apparently not well though. Okay, it's X to go back. I'm learning. The plays of the game. Oh, actually, there's something else that might help you prepare. Will you marry me? Here's the family photo album. Goes way back. A physical photo A physical photo album in this day and age? Feels like it turned to dust if I open it. It's quaint, but I guess they liked having something they can touch. Look through it if you want. I'll go check on my father. I should go get the machine ready too. My colleague will be back soon. We'll be back soon. But I'll check this out for a bit first. Whoa. Actual pictures in pixel art form. Hey, young Asher. Really wholesome. Yeah, football boy. Who took those pictures, by the way? The world may never know. And he's just been standing there this whole time. Oh hey, someone Someone picked up the door. Picked up the door. Shit. Oh! Oh, you're from Sigcorp. Am I really dead? No. Don't lie to me. I just signed up for your services last week. They said you come for me when it's time. I already said we're not here for you, man. No. I'm not prepared. I can't die yet. Oh, I know. You're not really here. I'm just seeing things. I just drank too much. You're still here. No, this isn't fair. I worked so hard my whole life, and I have to die before I've even. Bah, damn it! Being a crazy guy is hard. I worked so hard my whole life, and I have to die before I even been to Detroit. This whole and you. You know what? I just realized. There's a medical doctor with you, right? Perhaps they could still save me. Maybe if they just put in more effort. I've got some money. Tell them I'll pay. Tell them I'll pay anything. Go to the real world and tell them to save me, please. It's not too late. I hate being controlled. I hate being controlled. You again. No need to speak. I know what you're going to say. If there were ways to save me, they would have done it. They would have done it already. There's no hope for me. What good are fake memories when I have no future? What good is anything, really? Just leave me, Doc. I'm already dead. He's evolving. You know what? I've thought it through. Everybody dies someday. For me, today is as good a day as any. And with you here, you can make my dreams come true. So today's actually my lucky day. So go ahead, fulfill my wish. Bring disco back and make me its king. As I said, you're not our patient, and we aren't here for you. Also, you tripping, man. Bye. I sure hope you won't be assigned to us. Nope, it's already set in stone, given how many lines Can gave this guy. No. Alright, he's done. Oh no, I have to go to the buttons in order to activate the ENVtuber. Right. Potato? Huh. You got your bear back. Yep. A nice lady in a brown dress swooped into the pond and got it for me. Swooped? Yeah! She didn't even touch the water. You should lay off the sugar, kid. Ain't good for your head. Ma said if I ever get bored, I can just potate. Chat, What is potate? I don't get potate.
I'm potating! Yay!
Potating. Okay. I'm listening to the music now. Oh, done already? He didn't die on you, did he? No. Sheesh. Who hired you? A really impatient man? Dude? Person? Okay. New grandma. Bonnie.
Who's dying, dear?
Excuse me, ma'am?
That coat and tag. You are from Sigmund. If you're here, then someone's time is up.
Colin Reeds. Do you know him?
I see. He and his wife used to stroll with my husband and me here every day. Please do your best for him, dear.
You sound awfully calm about it. If I were your friend, I'd be worried.
After years of seeing everyone around you go, it's hard not to be. But then, you of all people should know that well.
I have a very healthy conscience. Thank you, ma'am.
The days are getting colder, but that's what sweaters are for. I don't care much for cliches, but I finished knitting one for my granddaughter yesterday. There's not much I can do at this age, but at least I can protect her from the cold.
How thoughtful, Granny.
The days are getting colder, that's why I knit these sweaters, so my granddaughter doesn't get sick.
Alright, time to get the goddamn paperwork. That really does look like a Men in Black kind of car. Dagnabbit. Did I leave it at the office? Genki, doctor.
Hello?
Rox. Rox, it's me.
Oh, Neil! Still hiding your caller ID?
Getting calls from unknown feels like I'm in a horror movie, you know? My bad. I'll turn it off next time.
No! I love the suspense. Every time I'm like, am I getting cursed? Are the feds coming after me? The excitements are endless.
Alrighty. Anyways. Look, are you still at the office? I think I left the patient's file on the printer.
Oh, okie dokie Pocky Loki. Just give me a moment.
Okie dokie Pocky Loki. She's a Marvel fan. Hey, you got the file? Ava, don't get mad, but I think I forgot it back at the...
You what?
Dude, don't worry. I called Roxanne. She's gonna find it and send over a scan. Okay, just take care of it. Technology. Did you find it, Rox? Yep. It was just sitting on your table after all. Great. Just scan it and, wait. Wait. My table? You're in my room? Yep. You asked me to get the files, right? I meant from the printer in the lobby. How did you get into my room anyhow? I locked it. Oh. A girl's got her ways. That's terrifying. Okay. Look, just get out of there and send me a scan, would you? And don't touch anything. I just organized it. Yep. On it. Don't you dare touch my You Rock poster. It's perfectly symmetrical. What is that? You guys got everything else you need? Yeah, Ava's configuring the machine right now. How's the weather out there? What? Is it nice out for a drive? I guess so. Neato. I think I'll just come over and get you the file in person then. What? Why? Just scan it and send over a copy. Well, we've got no patience today, and it's boring here anyway. That's right, I wanted to make her sound like Ed from Bebop. Yeah, that's it. Anyhow, don't worry, I'll get there before you guys are done. See you both then. Wait, Rox. What? Damn it. Damn it. How are we doing here? Good. Got my part done. You took over an hour to get the goddamn file, you idiot. How about the file? You said Roxy is sending the scans? She said she's delivering it in person. For some reason. What? That's wasting both our time and hers. Hers, mostly. We can still start. Still, I mean, I know she's a bit cucumbers in the head and all, but... Whoa! Language, Ava. Anyway, we'll worry about her loopiness later. Shall we start? Alright, just get the patient equipped up. Neil? Never mind. We'll talk later. Your helmet is on the recliner. We're all set. Good luck. I hope you can accomplish whatever my father set you out to do. What are you waiting for? Might as well as start at this point. You sound like we're about to poison him. I mean, I guess he is technically already poisoned for the procedure. But I mean, not in a bad way. Sort of. It's like, alcohol's poison too, right? Anyway, I'm just gonna get to work. Yeah. Colin's condition is looking stable for the moment, but I would hurry. You never know exactly how long we have. Sure thing, boss. Doctor, man. Have I ever told you how silly you look in that helmet? Yes, and every time my annoyance increases incrementally. I mean, it's like your head's a Nerf ball, you know? And as my annoyance increases, so does my bottled rage. Alright, chillax. Your helmet's on the recliner. Go do your job. She secretly has a rage meter. Kawaii. Commence memory traversal. Let us be scientist heroes. Chotomate. Before you begin, could you tell me what you'll be doing in there? We're going through his memories to grant him his last wish. Duh. I thought you already knew. Yes, I do know that, but, how? What will you actually be doing? Well, you're giving me the option, Ken. We actually don't do much. It's the machine that does most of the work. Says the technician. Who knows best? The machine calculates permutations of possibilities and creates a new tangent of life. In the form of memories, of course. It's an illusion, but to him, it would be indistinguishable from a lifetime of real memories. However, the permutations the machine calculates would still have to be logically coherent. So it needs a starting point and a change in a key variable. And that's where we come in. We tunnel through his memories, from the most recent to as far back as we need. Drawing a line from now to then. We'd then be able to help Colin transfer his current motivations all the way to his past. So, in his simulated life rerun, he'll make all the kick-arse decisions and fulfill his own wish. Just by his own volition. Is that enough? I'd have thought that fulfilling wishes would take more than just effort and a second chance. I mean, can't you two just make whatever needs to happen, happen? Continue. Perhaps, but one problem. He's not brain dead. There are a few things that uphold the illusion of reality. Illogical happenstances aren't one of them. And since the world still must be self-coherent, we can't do more than simply influence him. Besides, We don't get paid enough to generate memories manually. It's not a cave painting. There's little need for interference anyhow. Willpower is usually more than enough. Not everyone can reach their goals in real life. Time changes them. It's kind of sad how that's realistically true. Shit. Motivations come and go. They always start strong, then plateau, then fade. But in a simulation, based on the mental state of a single moment, stretched through a lifetime. Let's just say that's some powerful voodoo, man. Anyhow, no amount of volition is going to help a dead man. Shall we proceed? Yes. Thank you for the explanation. I don't know what's going to happen in there, but good luck. Luck's for lotteries. We're professionals. Ooh, sharp words. See you on the other side. Patient is stable and ready. Initializing memory traversal sequence in 3, 2, 1. It's time, chat. Here we go again. Alright, this should be Colin's last accessible memory. Yeah, and check out the reigning heavy sleeper champ over here. Leave that memory of her alone. She's not our client. She didn't do anything wrong. By the way, I wanted to ask earlier. What's with the helm you put on our patient? The equipment. It looked different. Oh, I just removed the casing during maintenance. That's all. Then why didn't you put it back? Hey, that reminds me. Did you know I added a new feature? New feature? Behold! Never mind. Forget I asked. That's gonna sound great in post. Character customization. Oh my god. Yeah. This is what I've always wanted, chat. Hell yeah. We get to customize our characters this time. So what do you got? Timeless. Side part 1920s. Cool afro 1960s. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3. Only 3. Well, obviously, with our boy, he's gonna go with the afro. Face. Smooth, yet manly. Hipster stash. Amish paradise. Rich oil baron. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna make him as handsome as humanly possible. Socks. I don't think we can really see those. One red, one gone. Tomato pattern. Mithril. 50 plus agility. Dinosaurs. Yes. Finalize? Yes. Boom, baby. Ta-da! Ta-da! Just... why? Well, I figured if we're gonna spend so much time working here, we might as well travel in style. We? Oops, did I say we? Sorry, I meant... Oh wait, that's exactly what I meant. Tag, you're it. Neil, you son of a... Yes, 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 yes. This is all in accordance to our great god Keikaku. Pragmatic bun sticks, saucy bangs, hair bun, classic Ava, grand mustache, wizard beard, regal face carpet. You get the mustache, and more hole in the sock. Obviously, we're gonna go with the cucumber pattern socks, and yeah, that's all she wrote. Cabbage? What the cabbage, Neil? Hey, don't blame me. It's the system that chose it for you. I'm the system? What? Well, the system is a dumb tomato thing, whatever that was. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't insult the system. That's not cool. Whatever. I'm changing back. Oh, come on. It was a lot of work to implement. Besides, you owe me for what happened at the tofu party last month. Humor me for a bit. You did take a solid hit from me at the tofu party. Fine. I'll keep the look until we find Colin. Sweet. Nice socks, by the way. Yeah, I'm okay with the socks. Nice. We did it, chat. We did it. Current memory's position in time can be viewed by moving the mouse toward the top of the screen. Oh, let's turn off world interaction before we wake her up. You're meaning to tell me she didn't hear us that whole time? Interesting. After all that, I'm surprised we didn't already. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's go find Colin. That was quick. Colin? Oh, wait a sec. Is it true? It is true. Yeah. What the... This isn't a stable copy. Let's find one we can talk to. Unstable copy. There's an odd instance of Colin on the most recent Memories balcony. Also, I'm going to, can't I save? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we don't need to see that. I totally didn't play this before. That was 2 years ago, so it's been a while. It's not polite to stare. Sheesh. And she didn't seem to like us before. Is he out the door? Actually, there's something I want to check upstairs. Why wouldn't I? You mean this upstairs? Yes? It's still full of books here. He must have cleared it very recently then. Cleared it? Well, why is the mouse on the screen? Oh, it's because I clicked on it, yeah. Yeah, when I checked this place in reality, it was empty except for one odd book. Which isn't here, actually. Ooh, spooky. We need to find Colin. So the book with the blank pages isn't there. Huh. Pretty sure the hall didn't look like this. It's PT. Dude's so old he can't even remember his own home. But isn't the machine supposed to autocorrect these kind of spatial inconsistencies? Well... Oh hey, look. It's him. Target acquired. Let's go. Aw, I thought you forgot. Nope. That's why I'm a scientist, moron. Ahem. Ugh. Alright. Party pooper. Thanks. Turning on entity interaction. Oh, Colin. We're here to save you. Colin? My name is Dr. Ava Rosaline. I'm a memory traversal. Let me try that again. My name is Dr. Ava Rosaline. I am a memory traversal specialist at Sigmund Corp. And my colleague here is Dr. Hatton. Dr. Manhattan. You are Dr. Neil Watts. How did you know? Your name tag? This isn't what it looks to be, is it? Yes, Colin. Your procedure has started. Good. It's not just me then. Something felt off about this place. It's as if I'm both here and far away at once. Either this isn't where I think I am, or my head's going downhill faster than I thought. Or like both, actually. Fair enough. My wife and son, how are they handling it? They're there, right? Yeah, but they aren't prancing around, that's for sure. Although, given the circumstances, I guess I'd be worried if they were. Listen, there's not a lot of time, and it's best if we get started. You are the most recent slice of Colin that we can load up, and the only relatively reliable version that we can interact with for info. So, I hope you can assist us in completing the mission. Of course. Why would I not? Good. I'll keep your state saved so we won't need to have this conversation again. Psst. Run a save on his state. Yes, Your Highness, I played Mario World on SNES emulator. God. Now, in order to help you relive your life here to fulfill your last wish, we are first going to backtrack through your memories to connect your timeline. And then, we'll be able to transfer your desire all the way to your younger self and run the algorithm for you to live your life here all over again to fulfill your wish. This isn't scripted, you know. Anyhow, Colin, we need your help. To jump between memories, we need mementos. Not like the Persona 5 mementos, just a thing. They're items of importance to you that connect one memory with another. Do you have one? Do you have one here that we could jump with? Whoa. Slow down. We still don't even know what his wish is. What is it that you want anyway, Colin? Actually, I think I can answer both your questions with this. It's his Sigmund contract. The text is rather blurry, but it's a memento. Sweet! Let's move. Hell yeah. This memento's barrier shatters it by itself since it's so recent, but the next one won't be so easy. Foreshadowing. We'll need to charge it up first. Yeah, I remember this. Except this time it's a little different, I believe. Memories go the farthest when linked together. I see. I've played Candy Crush back in my day. I know how this rolls. Let's activate that sucker. Thanks. We might come back for your help again. There are times when I needed to do a double take. Oh. I saw that. There was a shadow person. Wait a minute. This place... Oh my god, it's the Sigmund Holiday Special Episode 3. It's the Sigmund Guest House. Ah. Where they wine and dine the geezers into signing up for the service. Sure been a while since I visited. Looks a bit different from when I was last here too. Let's check it out. Explore and interact to find memory orbs. My specialty. What are you doing outside in the cold, Mr. Reeds? Your appointment is about ready. Please, right this way. At least there's a convenient river right here. Or just pond, not river. I like how I said river. Welcome to the Sigmund Corp guest house. Please have a seat in our living room. Well, don't mind if I do. Are we good to go? Why don't you sit back and enjoy some tea first? You must have come a long way to get here. I need to get back home soon. I'd just like to inquire about your service. Very well. Someone will be here to get you shortly. There's so much to the world, isn't there? Much more than one could explore in a single lifetime. Say, wouldn't it be nice to visit where you've always wanted to go? I've already been there, once upon a time. There's so much to the world, isn't there? Yeah, the world is so damn big. Oh my god, almost 2 hours. Wow. I need to get back home soon. I don't recall the fireplace here looking like that. Splicing. This photo is taken from the stage's perspective. Exhilarating, huh? Not many people get to experience what it's like to be famous. We sure get a lot of requests for that, so if it floats your boat, consider it done. If we have to do another one of these, I'm gonna go take a nap. It's not so bad. At least we get it done fast and go home early. If you'd like to choose fame and riches for your last wish, consider it done. Nah. That'd be too generic. One of these days, Can will make a game like that. Maybe one day. You see, our service is really quite simple. You tell us your wish, and we make it happen. Fame, wealth, unreached goals, and secret desires. You name it. We're your genie, Colin. What is your wish? So, if I understand this correctly, you're saying I can't wish for more wishes? Huh? You know, I've done and seen a lot in my lifetime. I've been to where I once thought I'd never be. Seen what I once thought I'd never see. But in the blink of an eye, suddenly, there's no more time. And I find myself here, just like everyone else. I walk through these doors, and I realize that there's still this empty feeling inside me. I don't mean to be ungrateful to the life I've had, but I just want to feel like I've done enough in this world before I go. You know? I want to say I've lived a happy life, and I want to feel like I have few regrets. But somehow, after all that, I still can't. That's why we are here, Colin. Just give us the word, and we'll make it right. Tell us your regrets. What is it that you want us to fix? Regrets. I don't know what to tell you for regrets, but I can tell you what I want. I want you to make me live that fulfilling life I wanted. But I want you to do it without changing anything I've been through. You don't want us to change anything? Colin, changing things is what we do. We change things, and we make them better. That's why you come to us, so we can make it better. We can solve your problems. Everything you wanted but couldn't have in this life, we can give you the chance to get it. But if you want to get something, you need to give up something. Equivalent exchange. It's everywhere. So I ask again, what do you want as your last wish? Very well. I want you to give me a fulfilling life, while changing as little as possible. And if you have to change something, please just keep the memories of the life with my family intact. So, you want to waive specificity from the contract? With something like that, I hope you know there are no guarantees of results. I'm aware. It's settled then. I'll put our best people on it. Thank you. That's all I ask. Colin's wish. Try not to change anything, and we have free reign over his fate? What kind of a last wish is that? I don't even know where to start. We've seen worse. The important thing here is that the boss said, "We'll put our best people on it." We're their best people, Ava. Booyah! Actually, about that. Never mind. Can you stop that stupid dance already? It's getting on my nerves. Okay, I'm good. Let's go get the memento. Machine first. What a waste. Just sitting here looking pretty. I remember you saying something like that during one of the specials, I think. Best docs in the house. Booyah! You picked the right people for the job. This guy's got good taste. Think we should go back to the last memory and ask Colin what he said before? Or here? Not before, but here? Here. Can't really expect reliable answers from that, but we might eventually have to try. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, though. Let's just continue on for now. Oh, just one more thing. Please, Don't tell my family. I don't want them to think I'm not content with how things are. Well, too late. Sorry, Colin. Well, that's flashing. You know, I've been rather impressed. What for? Well, back in the days, you kept on yelling dumb juvenilities when shooting the barriers. But recently, I haven't heard any Hadouken or Kamehameha or whatnot. It's been rather pleasant and professional. Oh. Yep. Yeah, so professional. Yeah. Hadouken. Sometimes only the current memento rings a bell. That means it's the hats, not the paper. So we take this and that, and boom, baby. We're all good. Slightly younger, older Colin. I'd better head. Heard. Why do I keep saying heard? I'd better head out now. But before I forget. Here. Take this hat, Pops. With the headache you've been getting, you should be more careful of the wind. I've been telling him that for ages. He never listens. Alright, alright. I'll wear it if it stops this multi-directional nagging. Hey, it's been a while since your thing with Pam didn't work out. Listen, I was talking with my old colleague the other day. He's got a daughter named Jenny, you see. She's single and... Look, thanks, but I think I just really need to focus on my career right now. Yeah, dude, same. But for me, it's both school and this. Yeah. So, you guys gonna go back to feeding the ducks or something? We wouldn't have to resort to that if you visited us more often, you little bastard. Oh, but that hat is 100% cotton. Well, alright. You're off the hook. Drive safe, dear. We'll stay here and keep being overlord of the ducks. Bye, Ma. I'm proud of you. Not for the duck thing, but like, you know what I mean. Don't stay out too long at this time of the year. I swear, that kid needs to make us a grandchild. What's wrong with Jenny anyway? Probably nothing, but you know how it is. When you were young, didn't your parents try to push people onto you too? Sure did. It was awkward and forced. Sucked all the chemistry out of it. Sucked all the chemistry out of it for me as well. What are you doing? I'm texting him Jenny's info to set them up. Don't do that! He's driving. Do it after he gets home. Good call. Make sure to include some pictures too. The good ones, with lighting coming from the side. Nice. No grandkids. Crap. Oh. I hit the wrong key. I meant to hit escape. Yeah. Colin wanted grandkids. Send the pics with no duck face. Yep. Send her some pics of Asher too. The ones where his eyebrows are not on point. Got it. Send the pics where the chin is down. Don't send the ones with the duck face. You said that already. Don't send the ones with the duck face. You said that already. Is the motorcycle a memento? No. I'm gonna have a nephew soon. Damn it. I'm excited, don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna be like a second dad. Oh, jeez. Are you serious? One for each duck? I'm not complaining. Wish there were a whole flock. Ducks? What about the ducks? They quack things up. That's hilarious. My granddaughter turns 5 this year. Can you believe it? She's growing big so fast, I'm thinking of making my knitting modular. Time really flies, huh? No kidding! I didn't even realize how old I was getting until I broke my other hip. Word of advice, don't go breaking your hip. Yeah, I've been lucky on that front so far. Seriously, I shouldn't even be out right now. Why are you out right now? It's like just a big old loose bones rattling around in there, I tell ya. Just clanging and clunging and clanging and clanging. How are you even standing up? It's like bag of beans in there, I tell ya. Go home, dear. Well, be careful with your bag of beans. Old man. Okay, I can't go inside. Oh. Hmm? What's this? Their call card. I printed out another. Sigmund Corp. What made you change your mind? I still feel the same way about it. But some days, I wake up and see you on the balcony, looking out like that. You don't say it, but I know there's something that still aches you. Tell me, are you happy? Of course I am. I have you and Asher. Then why do you want to go through with their services? Just because I'm happy? Just because I'm happy doesn't mean I don't have regrets. Not that it'd be related to you two, anyhow. Call them. But when you go through the procedure and live that new life, just hold on to something from here. It's not like that, Fia. I won't forget about you. Hey. I think I forgot to bring duck food. Me too. Aw. Young love, am I right, chat? Well, that explains her attitude. I told you there was something up with her. You know, she could always sign up with SigCorp for a life where Colin never signed up with SigCorp. Har har. No, seriously, she could do that, you know? Probably. What is this? Oh yeah, it's the card. What the? Ooh. Who was that? Still, well, no, we're slightly younger, but still old, Colin. What took you so long? I thought I saw someone weird back there. Huh. Did you say that to their face and hurt their feelings? Weird as in they were watching from the woods. Watching from the woods? Yeah. And when I looked, it almost seemed like they... Never mind. It's stupid. Okay, Ava. Be honest now. Have you been reading too much Dusklight? I already said never mind. how did you know I liked Dusklight? I have my ways. They were static anyway, so it was no one important. Well, you'll be happy to hear that while you were staring at nothing, I've scouted this memory out. Wait, what? I was only behind you by a few seconds. Nice try, Slowpoke. Anyhow, I thought he was going to say anyway. Anyhow, here's what's going on here. In the kitchen, they have a fight about what we suspect from the last memory. Bam. After that, they make up and play music together over there. Etc., etc. Oh, and then Colin goes to sulk on the balcony. The end. Dude, spoilers. This isn't abridged, you know? Aren't always a bad thing when we're on the job. But here, I even picked up a memory link for you to make up for it. You're welcome. And if you want to see everything for yourself so much, then just don't use my own locks. Conflicts between husband and wife. What is this? Can I inspect this? Or just, yeah, inspect him then. I'm not going via. Oh God, not again with the music. Music is a good thing, chap. It's rather ghostly when the audio and visuals don't quite sync up. Well, at least the music is nice. Free concert. Plus, we can we can hear that throughout this whole memory. What do we have here? Okay, well, I know where I'm going last. TV. We all have regrets, be it righting a wrong or dream long past. Or perhaps that one special someone. If you got to do it all over again, who would you be? Where would you go? At Sigmund Corp, we give you that second chance to make things right. Because with our help, it's never too late. Well, I'm glad they've made better slogans since then. I only got $3 just because of that commercial, said Neil. It was actually him voicing that. I don't understand. Why would you even consider? Why would you toss aside everything we have for something? Make-believe. I'm not tossing anything aside. I mean, don't you have regrets too? Yes, but I actually have respect for what I've been through here. What we've been through here. Tell me, what do you want to change? There are so many little things that could have just been better. Better. And if you call Sigmund, what would you ask for? I don't know what to tell you, Fia. Then the least you could have done is to make up something nice, isn't it? No, but you see, Fia, that'd be lying. And Colin ain't no liar. Supposedly. Remember, Colin is our client. Everything else is fluff. I know. Came for the patient and stayed for the drama. Sometimes the paths to memories are obstructed. That means we can't fool around with these rows or these columns. But we can do this and get the book. We're Kid Colin now. Chibi Colin, as it were. Wait, how in the world? Yeah, I remember the story for this. It's a little more creepy this time. Childhood. Did we just skip his whole life? I don't know how this could have happened. But since we're here already, try transferring his signal from the last memory. Roger. No. No bueno. Nope. No bueno. We might have leaped all the way, but the middle of the path is still uncleared. Then, what now? Are we stuck here? Beats me. We're already here, though. Might as well look around. Anomaly. Something is interfering with the memory traversal. That's locked. We're up so high. Jump down anyways. No fall damage. Car alarms. The book was what catapulted. I thought it said Capulet. No. The book was what catapulted us all the way here, right? How very magical and equally annoying. Hey. This book. It's not getting it's not getting wet from the rain. Huh. I guess it glitches in more ways than one. Yeah, the rain wasn't really programmed correctly. What a spooky kid. Yes, if we watched a bird story, this would all look familiar. A plushy dog with a red nose. It's Ein with a red nose. Is that a toy corgi? No, Ava. It's a Roo dog. It's Ein with a red nose. Oh, and that's the memento. The memento. You hang in there, son. Food's in the fridge as always. Keep this place in check, alright? I will. I'm sorry we have to leave again, Colin. But at least we got to see you today before we go. I understand. You need to work hard to keep us afloat. That's right. It's a difficult time, but we'll get through it. And one day, things are going to be all better. We'll make sure of that. Sayonara. You should keep eating more, you little scamp. Those breads were going quick for a while. I thought you hit a growth spurt. If you mean growth spurt in my bottom area, no. Take care, son. And don't stay in your bed all day. Doing you know what. Bye, Dad. Anything in the toire? And now, back to Roo Dog, the red-nosed corgi. Hey, look! You're on TV! Say something! That's not how I remember the show. That's not how I remember the show goes at all. That's not how I remember the show goes at all. Roo Dog. Colin loved watching Rude Dog, the red-nosed corgi. I think there were sound effects. Oh, you're jumping down, up and down on the bed. You're so edgy. Yeah, the neighbors are gonna hear that all day or all week long. Yeah. Come on, Rude Dog. You can jump too. You'll jump too. A plushy dog with a red nose. A jar of loose change. You fall flat. Is he dead? If he's dead, how could we be here decades later? Maybe it's his twin. Dude, too soon. Well, actually, I guess it's been a while. A long while. But still, not cool. Play the first game. You're welcome. What the? Isn't this already the furthest memory back? Yeah. Huh. Wait. I just realized something. I need to update my Hadouken count. A few memories ago, at the Sigmund signing house. Here we go. And the boss said he'd put his best people on this case. This was like ages ago, Neil. But he didn't actually mean us, did he? Because Colin was originally assigned to Roxanne and freaking Rob. Yeah, let it go, man. That is utter bullshit. Okay, calm down. No, I am rage. What? Kame, Kame. Don't interrupt me. Hadouken. Okay. Chat, that actually hurt my throat. Now I know how Mr. Schemmel feels. Wow. You've really moved up to getting sued by 2 IPs simultaneously. Sorry, Ava. I just can't have you go on thinking I've gotten tame. You could say you brought that upon yourself. No, Neil. I really wouldn't say that. Now I'm lightheaded. And that was just one Kamehameha. Okay, moving on. Alright. I remember that. Alright, let's see where this goes. Slightly older, but still... Yeah, still old, but younger, Colin. And we're back to old age. Whoa. Atlanta Center, Cactus 135, cruising flight level 360. ATC. Cactus 135, Atlanta Center, Roger. Altimeter setting 3017. Have a good flight. Altimeter 3015. Thank you. Cactus 135. Well, we've got a nice tailwind going for us. Sir, now that we're in cruise, I just wanted to say, it's an honor to be here as your first officer on your final flight. This may be the first time as first officer, but I won't let you down. Yeah, it's all good. Rather poetic, really. Passing the baton and all. But you should know, as my co-pilot, there are only two things I ever want to hear from you. Two things, sir? Yep. There, yes, Captain. And landing gear down. You're funny, sir. What did I just say? Yes, Captain. Of course, I'm just messing with you. Just reminded me of back when I did my first flight as first officer. That's all. Man, my captain then was a crazy mess. Yes, Captain. You know, I just said I was kidding, right? Yes, Captain. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna let my wife and son come in and sit for a bit, if you don't mind. It's my last flight, after all. They're not gonna get this view again. Yes, Captain. You're a weirdo. Irene, could you bring my family in? Thank you. Yeah, voice cracks are surprisingly not hard for me, considering I can do a Mario voice. Flight regulations were still so chill back in the day, huh? Times change. It's the fam. So, what do you two say? One last round? Is it alright with management? Already approved. Special occasion and all. You heard him, Ma. Go, go, go! Yeah, same. If my ma or pa were ever a pilot, yes, please. So, you gonna miss the views? From the big birds. Sure. But it's not like I'm giving up the sky. Neil. Oh. Oh, don't you go renting those small planes. I don't trust you flying in them. Well, speaking of, I wish they gave you a bigger plane for the last flight of your career. Like one of those monster double-deckers. I asked for this particular one myself. I had my first flight with the airline in this. It was different. It was a different time back then. A time with lots of peanuts. I miss them so much. You know, Dad? All these years of flying, and you never told me why you chose to be a pilot in the first place. Oh, I haven't. Huh. Psst. Don't tell your mother. But it was to impress a girl. Yeah? Did it work? Sure. I guess. Oh, please. With the way your father acted, I doubt he dated anyone at all when we met. Shots fired, Dad. Hey now, Fia. Don't go spreading false rumors in front of our son. I'll have you know that I was quite the stud back in the days. Captain, just a reminder that we're on the record for the black box. Oh, thanks for the reminder. Let the record show that my biceps are out of this world. No, they really aren't. Oh, but they are. When I pulled that yoke on takeoff earlier, I practically lifted the entire plane off the ground. Isn't that right, Peyton? Yes, Captain. Yeah? Well, let me tell y'all a story about this one time involving a jar of pickles. Okay, we need to maintain a sterile cockpit for landing. Let's get you two back to your seats. Off you go now. Shoo. Sir, we're not landing for another couple of hours. I know. Nearly avoided the story about the pickles. Shit. What are you doing, Neil? Get out of there. It's his seat, not yours. So, are you coming with or what? Nah, I like this view. I thought you were acrophobic. Only when I'm not inside a plane. How about you go wrap up this memory, and I'll join you shortly after. Are you serious? It's on a loop. Yeah, but the picture from the seat's angle is just absolutely divine. In fact, I pity you. In fact, I pity you or anyone who can't see the way the horizon meets the. Don't give me that cabbage. Thank you for the lovely flight, sir. Cheers. Hope you have a nice day. Hello, little one. Hope you enjoyed the landing sucked. Yeah, sorry, it was a little rough. Not one of my better landings. The wind was Bad landing. Yeah, that was on his last flight too. Or his just, yeah, his career flight. Damn. Oh, a fellow cellist, huh? Here, let me get that for you. Thank you, sir. Yay! Are you good at the cello? Not really. My wife is the real musician of the family. Beautiful instrument, though. I loved playing it as a kid. Yeah. Heavy as hell. But it doesn't have a bad sound. I never carried one myself, but yeah, those things. I've been told they're heavy. That's all. Okay. Easy. Sup? Dude, I was just about to... You really gotta wonder how old these two are. How did we skip to the childhood memories again? And this time, the memento isn't even that book. Is there something wrong with the machine, Neil? Huh? Oh, it's not the machine. At least, I don't think it is. Well, I guess at least we know that we can go back now. Let's just hope this doesn't interfere with finishing this job. Relax. We'll manage. Is there literally anything else left, Miss Miller? Okay. Nope. This is your instrument. Get used to it. Loved playing cello as a kid, my arse. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Wow. You belonging at a great school. Your childish jabs aside, Ava. And on an unrelated note, this place kind of makes me feel like I'm on the set of some indie French film. What? What about this possibly makes you feel that way? I don't know. Just a feeling. If you wanted something else, you should have lined up earlier. How unfortunate for you, Colin, sir. I was a brass boy, so I was saved. Hey, don't push. I call dibs on the violin. It's so light to carry. I'm gonna get the flute. It fits in my backpack. Oh, did you see that? Is he carrying that thing or is it carrying him? Oh, looks like just a floating case from behind.
It's both.
Huh. I have a feeling these aren't exact replicas from the actual setting.
It's as if his memories took quite the creative liberty in mixing things up. But you don't exactly know if there were locker trees back in his day. Pfft. You uncultured swines. Isn't the machine built with public domain data stabilizers to prevent this? Yeah, but maybe broken? Maybe. You're the tech specialist. Yeah. I'll have a look afterward. That kid has a red yo-yo. I never really got the hang of those. Well, I thought when I went up here, he was staring at me. Oh, wow. This is awkward to watch. Ava, why do we get all these losers as our clients? Maybe because you're here, moron? Well, that's a nice compliment under Gauss's law for magnetism. I'm just gonna assume that is pronounced as Gauss. We're gonna play this until around 3 hours 15 because I started late. What's he doing? Counting dirt, I guess. Miss Parker. Is this the same teacher? I don't know. Okay. Colin. Yeah, every teacher in this school is a smoker. Yeah. Colin.
The answer is C.
What? I'll ask you again. What is the radius of this circle? Where's your head at, Colin? Go stand out in the hall.
Yeah.
Colin, you didn't file your paperwork last night. I love chocolate. That could be our ticket out of here. Alright, I think we could reach it if we just... Nah, I got this. Let me find a way. I think I remember. Alright. Now, watch this. Is that a freaking wand? Wait, you didn't disable the...
Mobile teacher's deskus. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And down. Did you kids just flip and see that? Dude. Reset. Okay. First of all, disable reactive interactivity before you pull that stuff. And second of all, that's not even how that spell goes. Yeah, it is. Did you see that thing fly? They sure did, you village idiot. So, you managed to reset everything except for the desk, huh? Technology. The clock. Let's unblock it. What? Nothing. I guess I was expecting you to start saying dumb things again. Ava, do you know how draining it is to unleash a Kamehameha and a Hadouken simultaneously? I know I'm a pro, but even I need my beauty sleep. Yeah, his power level is all gone. He needs to recharge. That's it. Clock. Three o'clock. Are we back at the old age period again? I sure wasn't paying too much attention. Yeah, we're still slightly old, slightly young, Colin. Well... and here it is, the perfect retirement apartment. We sure are. Okay, I think I gotta figure it out. I mean, we haven't just been jumping back and forth randomly, right? There's a pattern to it. Huh? With all our other patients, we began from the most recent point and gradually traced backwards. And in this case, it did start like that. For the first few memories in his oldest time, everything went just as normal. But then, we somehow got slingshotted all the way to the earliest accessible memory. So we cleared that and once again leaped back to the older times where we left off. Then to the earlier ones again, moving forward. And once more to the older time, moving backward. These jumps aren't in a random order, and nor do they form just any pattern. It's the pattern of a decaying orbit. It's almost as if we're being pulled in, spiraling toward a gravitational center. A gravitational center, huh? Inappropriate context for physics aside, what do you think is causing this? Some oh-so-deep events of a melodramatic angst that traumatized our fine gentleman? I don't know. Maybe it's a memory of that sort, but maybe it's something else. Something else. What could be here other than memories? Like I said, I don't know. It's just that we've seen a lot of patients, and there's never been a memory that's done this. Alright. I guess at least this one is a routine then. Let's see. We'll see. Or let's sing and we'll be saying, yeah, at the same time. And this is before they moves into this apartment. Fred, the realtor guy. 1 bedroom with balcony, and there's also an attic for storage. How often do you find attics in an apartment, huh? Not to mention the lake view. I thought the lake is on the other side of the building, though. Yeah, but this unit is on the edge. You can see it if you hold out a mirror from the balcony. Here, have a brochure. Sorry about the mess in the living room. The previous owners had to move in a hurry. Is the area quiet? Oh, yes, ma'am. It's quiet like a graveyard. I mean, yes, it is. Tranquil. Sorry, it's, my first time being an agent. You're doing great, my man. Keep it up. And this is the kitchen. If you pay attention to the walls, you'll notice that it hasn't had even one fire accident. Of course, if it had, the whole place would have surely burned down, being an apartment and all. I mean, of course it won't happen because y'all seem like careful folks, right? I guess what I'm saying is, fire safety is very important. Look, I'm sorry. I'm just really new at this. No bathroom. An attic in an apartment. Isn't it amazing? I think this floor is otherwise reserved for heating and utility units for the building. If something in the building explodes, I guess it probably hit pretty close. Okay. I'm trying to feel spooked about the memory leap thing, but this isn't helping. Yeah, seriously. On the other hand, it is kind of suspicious that they carved out this single storage attic. So you're a fan of Dusklight too, I see. The brochure for the apartment. It's like a ghost town around here. You said you're a musician, right? This room is perfect for performances. There's very little room for an audience, though, so you'd probably be playing alone. Which is kind of sad, but I digress. Also, careful with those stairs. But y'all seem to have rocket hips, so no problem there. And, as you can see, this is why they call this the Lakeview Residence. I mean, you can't literally see, because the lake's behind us on the other side, but, if you extend your head off the balcony to the left, you might be able to see a bit of it. Don't, though. You'd fall off and die. Okay, on we go. Paper airplane. So, what do you think? Well, it is nice and quiet. I like it. Me too, but I would have liked it better if you just didn't talk, Fred. Yeah, that really didn't help. Like, at all. If you weren't my cousin's friend's brother, we would have walked out by now. More like ran out. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not good at sales. So, sorry to be blunt, but are you going to take it? 'Cause there's a deposit fee, you see, which technically I could elope with, but I promise I... Stop talking. We'll take it. Umedetou gozaimasu, Fred. You made a sale. Oh, thank heavens. My wife was gonna murder me if I didn't make a sale by this month. Good for you, man. Huh? Wasn't this just a brochure a moment ago? I guess he just folded it. What's the issue? Well, if I'm guessing right... Soka. Being a memento, it's kinda odd that it came to be without us seeing. Huh. In any case, at least it's convenient. I didn't see another way out of this place. I see your ways. Game, you cannot deceive me. I know that airplane is facing to the left rather than the right. I'm too smart for my own good sometimes. And I'm recording. Okay, I know what happens in this scene, and I think this is where we're gonna, after this whole sequence is done, we're gonna cap it off here for this session. Slinked back again, huh? Yep, your theory still checks out. Okay, let's place bets. What? Bets on what's causing this anomaly, of course. Your guesses versus mine. Oh, get a life. Dibs on first guess, then. Bet you $10. It's about a girl. Suddenly a romantic, aren't you? Nah. Just the fact that with these things, it's always about some girl. Not everything is about some girl, Neil. Besides, or... Yeah, well, you're not cultured then, Ava. God. Besides, I think we've seen enough from his own memories to say that he's happily married and... Oi! Look at that. It's a grill. What you doing up there? Yes, you. I see you standing up there like that every day. What are you always looking at? There you are. So, got a name? You do have a name, right? Colin. What? I can't hear you. I said my name is Colin. Huh? You're Colin what? What? No, let me just, hold on, I'll be right back. The struggle with the lolly voices is real. Doesn't seem like he's playing with it much. Poor Roo Dog. That's better than my body pillow. Just kidding. A green notebook with a pen clipped inside. It writes things. Hey, I'm gonna throw this paper plane over. I wrote stuff on it, so just catch it, okay? I was gonna say just speak louder, but okay. Okay, here goes. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Dumb kid has no respect for the laws of physics. He's like 9, dude. Hey, it's alright. You need to concentrate, okay? Just keep your eyes on me and throw as hard as you can. If you try hard enough, I'm sure you can do it. I believe in you. Oh, she believes in me. Okay, okay. I can do this. Here it goes. Oh. Oh. You should have seen your determined face. That's not funny. You can't even throw it against the wind, silly. No matter how hard you try. What do you think was gonna happen? I'm going inside. Okay, wait. Don't go. Wait, so... Colin, right? I thought you didn't hear. Yeah, well... I think I've actually seen you on the way to school. What does that have to do with... You go to the one just across the woods from here, right? Yeah? Oh, well, I go to the one just across the street from yours. But the private school? Yep. Oh, lucky. Why? Well, because it's all exclusive and costs money and stuff. Oh, I guess. People are all snobby there, though. They are? Nah, I'm just trying to make you feel better. Hey, let's walk to school together next time. Why? 'Cause I like you, silly. You're just the right amount of dumb. What's that supposed to mean? Besides, have you heard about the bear attacks in the woods? No, I've only seen badgers. What did you hear? Oh no, I didn't hear anything either. But that's why I'm suspicious. It's a little too quiet. Anyway, we practically go the same route, right? It'd be good to stick together. I guess so. Mom? Dad? Konnichiwa. What was that? She just ran back when they came out. It's not that uncommon for kids to be scared of the parents. I can relate. Back when I was young, I knew a kid who had one scary mother. Saw her spanking him with a spatula once. Never ate her brownies after that. Faye. The girl across the balcony. How do you feel, dude? What a weirdo kid. Don't say that to yourself, Neil. What? Never mind. Oh, another clock. Don't you dare do anything. I'm getting this one. Let me at least take it off the wall for you. No! Just don't. It's not even that high. We don't need to take it down. Oh, we need the other two. My bad. Is this cello? No? Oh, we can go outside. Outside! Where we can find more stuff. On the upside, I wish I had the TV all to myself when I was a kid. You and Root Dog. Yeah. Today's classical guitar concert is sponsored by... Yeah, Blend. Why can't we have a jingle this catchy? One can only dream. Coming up next on Classics Replay, The Godfather. Hold on. Should I write a jingle for our company now? I kind of want to stay and watch this. Instead, you come into my house on the day my daughter is to be married. And you ask me to do a murder for money. Wow, a bit heavy for a kid. Damn, son. Trying to practice the cello while shitting? Do tell. Why is he practicing in the bathroom? To kill two birds to kill two birds with one stone. Ava, damn. Because the bathroom reverb makes the sound awesome, of course. You sure seem knowledgeable. Back when I played the triangle, I did it all the time. Why do you think they call it a number 2, Ava? Wow. Not even the fabled bathroom reverb could save that crap. Okay. Let's get out of here before he's ready to attack our ears again. Yeah, amen. Amen. Let's do that. I mean, he's a kid and all, but still. Attack on Eardrums is an anime I don't want to see right now. Or hear. Some blanks help to remember. Some help to forget. Thinking too early. Easy puzzles. Problem solved. People are looking for you, you know? Nervous for your last performance here? I'm not nervous. It's just I've played in this theater for so many years. It feels strange to have this be the last. Well, you never know. We can always visit. This place isn't going anywhere. I saw what you were gonna play, by the way. Not my most virtuosic piece, huh? Well, I kinda like that one. But I thought you didn't. I guess it's grown on me. I knew it! Just a little. Hey, we still got some time before the concert starts, right? Go get your cello and come play with me for a bit. That'll help calm my nerves. I thought you were nervous. Okay. Alright, chat. I think we are going to still have that save. There's an autosave too, but I'm gonna make a manual save just cause. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna break here. So now we're at this point right here. Don't know exactly if we're at the halfway point. I think we're almost at halfway, sort of. But like I said, for you Twitchers, I'm gonna try and complete this game in one fell swoop today. But for those on YouTube, this will be the end of session 1. I'm gonna take a break right now. Gonna be back in an hour, and we will continue with To the Moon 2, Finding Paradise with Kazuki Zandadim, Fullmetal-kun, where we learn more about Colin's past and help him fulfill his last dying wish. Thank you for watching. Follow me everywhere, anywhere, anytime. Do whatever you want. And I'll see you guys later. See ya, Bounty Alchemists.